All right, good evening. I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm not gonna really wait long. I came on here. What was it? 2, 3 times yesterday, maybe twice, and I don't think I said happy holiday for those of you who celebrate the 4th. So happy for yesterday, and I think this is my third time on here today. It feels like Sunday night to me, but it's not. Thank God it's Saturday night. And it's summertime, so you know, I have off. Oh, excuse me. In the summer, I do work, but I have off from working at the school system. So, but it's more like I work, but I make my own schedule in the summertime. But anyway, I kind of make my own schedule during the year too. But anyway, it don't feel like that though. But anyway, I'm not gonna be on here long. I might do a reading. I might pull some cards. This is an issue that I said I was going to address, and I'm going to address it now. This heifer, this BreaunaJewellBellamy, calling herself MariaGonorrheaEscobarGaviria, gonorrhea. Let's just add that onto it, okay? With the shit for brains, them turd locks, shit locks coming up out of her head. Who lied on me a few years back, okay? Extreme shit. I mean, just extreme shit. And not one of those things applies to me. Now, bitch, you can come over here with your evil eye projection, all that shit. This bitch is constantly bothering you. Constantly. But for an obsessed whore, if it ain't the fucking texts and the weird ass phone calls from the weird numbers, it's the emails and the weird ass projections and her burning her candles and all of that shit. 24 fucking 7. Okay? Because she doing something right now. Bitch, it don't matter. It does not make a difference. And you trying your damnedest. It will do nothing to me. Not one fucking thing. But anyway, back to what I was saying. And see, this is where your motherfucking ass is at right now, under fucking judgment. That's where the fuck you at right now. And what you thought you was gonna get out of it. I don't know if you married the motherfuckers or not. I think you did, both of them. Fucking everybody. Fucking on anybody you can, okay? But this is what it is. 10 of Cups in fucking reverse, bitch. With the judgment card upright. But like I was saying, this bitch lied for years on this motherfucking app. Says so many disgusting things about me. Lie after lie after lie after. And for the first, I think about 2 years, I didn't even know she was over there doing it. So she thought because I was quiet, that meant I was a cowardly bitch. And I was easy, easy pushover. Because I was a nice kind person. That's a lot of y'all motherfuckers who do that shit. Let me talk to y'all real quick tonight. You motherfuckers who make assumptions about people. Oh, they nice. I can run over that bitch and bully them. I just, like I say, the fucking loop. I don't know how many videos. So I used to date this guy, right? This motherfucker used to love fighting. A couple of the guys I've dated, they love that shit. Okay, they love to watch it and love to be a part of that shit. Just fighting, fighting, fighting. Okay. What guy did it? He died. He was Muslim. Okay. He loved that shit. He loved to watch them. What was it? UFC fight? I don't know that. What it was. Okay, I'll just be sitting up there watching that shit with his ass, okay? And then the other motherfucker, okay, that I spoke of the other night, he used to love to watch that shit too, them fighting. So I started watching that shit with his fucking ass on YouTube, and I always loved 3-3. It was 3-3 for a second. I always loved those videos of those motherfuckers, usually in school, who kept bullying some quiet kid. Just bullying them, bullying them, bullying them, bullying them. And then all of a sudden, that quiet kid who they were bullying kicked their fuck ass. It was this one little chubby little boy. They was elementary school. Well, they might have been middle school or like maybe like 6th grade. I don't think quite 7th grade yet. Okay, maybe 5th, 6th grade. Just bullying them. They're walking down the little hallway. Okay, and it looked like the way the school was built, it looked like one of them schools on the West Coast. Okay, definitely not here in Cleveland. They tried to build a school here based off of how they built the schools on the West Coast in California, which it didn't make no sense because we couldn't have the open airways because we have winter time. So they put windows there, and guess what? The whole school was like a greenhouse effect. And when it's hot outside, it's so hot in there, it's unbelievably hot. And there was just like no central air when the school was built. Okay, but any fucking way, moving on. But it was a beautiful school, beautiful building. So, but they were in one of those schools where like it was open airways. Okay, so the little boy, here come, I think it was like 3 or 4 boys, and they're bullying on the little chubby little kid. Of course, it's always the leader of the pack. And so the other was kind of laying back a little bit, laughing, ha ha ha, he. Little boy just trying to, be cool, mind his own little fucking business. Okay, but he kept picking on him and picking on him. So that little boy picked that motherfucker up and slammed his ass down on the fucking hard ass concrete. Looked like it hit him all 3. I mean, I was like, damn, but good. That's what the fuck he got. Okay, and them other little boys backed the fuck up. I saw another one. Big old black burly bitch bothering this little white girl just sitting there reading. She come over to her, pushing all on her, and the girl's just looking at her like, bitch, what the fuck is your fucking problem? And next thing you know, the big Amazon bitch looked like them them goddamn Vikings and shit. Beat the bitch ass. Good. That's this bitch right here. So you thought, bitch, because I was quiet. I didn't know. When you first started that shit, I did say something to your motherfucking ass. A couple times, I'm like, I'm not going back and forth with this silly asshole. But I know what train wreck you was on. And you thought you was so cute, so hot, and so sexy. And said the most disgusting and vile things. I have veneers. Dentist like this bitch doesn't have veneers. Thank you, dentist. She probably did I showed all of that shit. Here my supervisor, bitch. He didn't even know. Bitch, if you need me to back you up or some kind of documentation for the great work you did. Okay, done. I still got other people in line to call, bitch. But this shit, I heard something. What did you say, bitch? Now, since you're so bold and you're so tough, and you got people shook. That means Panera Gate. You didn't even show up to Panera Gate, you dumb heifer. But since you're so bold and since you're so tough, and you a Escobar, Gaviria, gonorrhea bitch, did your motherfucking ass say, and you ought to be able to, you can put in these motherfucking comments, because I got my comments closed. I'm talking about when I come up off of here. Bitch, you got my phone number. You text me 24/7 with your bullshit. You can text me right now. But you won't. Did you say I could be some kind of fraud? Something about insurance fraud. Uh-huh. You got up off there real quick. He was in here and he got up off as soon as I said that. Gown. You said I committed some kind of fraud, wire fraud and insurance fraud or something like that. First of all, bitch, and your proof is where? Oh, something that you and Pissies and the rest of them made up? I've never committed any kind of fraud. No, nothing. Any kind of fraud. But your motherfucking ass don't have a problem committing fraud. You fraud your whole persona here right on YouTube. Now, what I found interesting about that, I said I was going to address it, but I see you thought, well, she ain't seeing then. What was this motherfucker's name? You came up here with these motherfuckers. Make a fool of yourself. Thinking that you were... And stalked me all the way here. You were stalking me here. Saying the nastiest thing about calling me, what you call it, single black female. Just dumb shit. I didn't anything. But you did it all. Followed me here on all fours. Rummaging through my trash. And then you said this shit. Now, there's a man here who, you know how you say allegedly. I don't know. Them people that you came in and got involved with, the pisster, has to have some kind of affiliation with this person. Simply because those crapola plays that he wrote and were put on at Playhouse Square, which is second to Broadway. I mean, the one girl that invited me to, I was like, no. She said, why not? I said, I don't do the Chitlin circuit. The bitch got mad and said, bitch, why are you mad? You're an artist. You know it's a Chitlin circuit. Okay, but y'all are so enthralled. Your clips swell from here to Albuquerque every time you see these motherfuckers. Okay, whatever. Well, nigga, you go free. I said, okay, I'll go with you for free. I never seen him before. I'll go with you for free. I tried to be nice to him and say, okay, it was good. I mean, in general, I did, not that play was crap, but I did support the hustle, the person. He wasn't just sitting on his ass like you, bitch. At least the motherfucker did take his fantasies and put it to paper and make it a play, not try to make it a reality. And make it a play in a cheap ass movie, not try to make it a reality like your dumb ass. But anyway. And you just make such a fool of yourself. With the whole do better thing. The nigga been saying that forever. And then you gonna say something about Drake's plays. I'm like, what plays is she talking? Trust me, someone screenshot that shit and sent it to me. I don't go marching over there to your hell town. That you call your fucking channel. I'm like, what? Drake does plays? What was she talking about? His video? Is it a music video? And you're calling it a play? Just to try to do anything to attach. You're just so fucking dumb and weird. You're so dumb and so fucking weird. It's amazing. I'm like, she can't. She don't think people see this shit? No, people ignore her at this point. They know that she's a fucking nut. They either ignore her motherfucking ass or doing their best to run away from her fucking ass. You, BreaunaJewellBellamy, MariaGonorrheaEscobarGaviria with the shit dreadlocks, shit strings coming off your head. I ain't saying that about locks. I'm talking about her hair. I had locks. I love locks. Okay. I used to study up on locks when I was in college. Okay, I found some books where they talk about the science of locks and whatnot and how they grow and so on and so forth. Okay, I used to have some books like that. Okay, but anyway, moving on. For the nosy motherfuckers. So I'm pretty sure that crapola husband of yours, who won't leave me alone with his dream infiltration and shit, had some affiliation to this person. as well as probably some other uh, men with titles here. But when I found that out, I said, this bitch said I committed some fraud. Wire fraud and whatever other fuck, insurance fraud or something like that. I was like, I don't even know what wire fraud is. I'm sorry, people. I don't. But fraud. And you actually opened up your stupid ass mouth. And you knew that I didn't. Which means that you were plotting and planning. You and the rest of them were obviously putting together some kind of plot and some kind of plan to try to set me up. So that I would take some kind of fall in some way, shape, or form for what you were doing. Because why would you say that? Why would you get online and say that, knowing that it wasn't true? Why would you make videos or posts? I mean, we already see that you're fucking nuts and you don't have a fucking brain in your head. But why would you say that unless you and say the feds got her, the feds? Now, initially when I heard that, that was way back. I was like, whatever, she's fucking nuts. I'm sitting right here in my car. And people can see me sitting here in my car. Oh, I see. See, but I didn't listen to all the shit. I just got, people just have told me a little here, bit here, a little bit there. Screenshot here, screenshot there. I said, this bitch said what? I mean, you want to call me fat, whatever. You want to say I got veneers, okay, whatever. She hurt my children. The ones I abandoned for white dick on Europe. And God knows what, God only knows what you could have said about a 16-year-old kid at the time. Or you were probably talking about you when you were 16. Because that's usually what you motherfuckers do, like you. Draw on your own personal life. And either what you have done or what you have sired off on the world, what those things have done. Because ain't no way in hell you can say anything about anything, me or my child. You don't know me. You don't know her. You don't know. Oh, you got here with the motherfuckers who told you they would pay you. Because they all want my soul. I don't know. Maybe my stepbrother has something to do with this. I don't know. I don't get mad at me. I'm sure you're watching, motherfucker. I don't know. I said step. I don't know. Somebody with some money. I guess whoever told you they was going to give you $20 million. He going to give her $20 million. I was going to put a bullet in her head and spit in her face. And Panera Gate, I gave you opportunity. But let's get back to this. So I can only imagine that motherfucker, because there wasn't no way in hell them plays he wrote, they weren't of any kind of quality hell to even be put in caramel fucking house, let alone playhouse fucking square. I said, well, obviously there's some kind of, I mean, this was way back. I was like, well, I don't know, maybe he's sucking someone's dick, or there's, I mean, something. I mean, that's the whole industry. Nobody need to be surprised. That's that industry shit people be talking about all the time. Let me look and see if I see any of the hand gestures. Because there ain't no way in hell that shit got near legitimate. Now it's second to fucking Broadway. Second to Broadway. And the writing stinks. The sound is awful. The set looks like crapola. Okay, that was that one that I went to, the Chitlin Circuit one. I mean, when I've gone there before to see some Chitlin Circuit plays, but there was top of the line Chitlin Circuit plays. I'm just saying that to say this person has obviously some affiliations here. Which is not difficult to have. It don't take much to kiss ass and pretend. So it wasn't long after that I just happened to be scrolling. There are two other names. I didn't say their names. But when I was doing the live readings on her fucking dumb ass, see, bitch, you're so dumb. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how anybody would put you in any kind of secret group, any kind of anything illegal. Why? Your mouth just runs like fucking diarrhea. What you could learn to be is constipated, though. And shut the fuck up. A former Cleveland City Councilman is headed to federal prison for crimes. I'm just reading an article. For crimes investigators say he committed while in office. Judge J. Philip Calabrese sentenced Bashir Jones, who previously served as Cleveland's Ward 7 councilman, to 28 months behind bars and ordered him to repay more than $100,000 to two nonprofits he's accused of defrauding. Okay. This man interesting. Now, I don't know, bitch. I don't know when you said that shit. But I found this out like maybe a month or two ago. Let's finish reading the article. In December, Jones pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit wire fraud and conspiracy to commit honest services wire fraud. Investigators said that while serving as a city councilman, Jones devised schemes tricking two nonprofits into paying more than $140,000 for what they thought were projects to help the community. Prosecutors said the money went to Jones, his girlfriend. Prosecutors said the money went to Jones, his girlfriend, which ain't me, and other unnamed associates. Bitch, you doing as much as you can. I don't know, you burning your candle, giving me evil. Bitch, okay. You can stop. I told you ain't gonna stop. You just as crazy as you want to be. Just crazy as a Betsy bug. Prosecutors said, I'm read that again. Prosecutors said the money went to Jones, his girlfriend, which ain't me. Ain't ever been me. I've never met this man, but I know who he is. I used to listen to a motherfucking ass years ago on the radio. Okay? And other unnamed associates. In court, Jones told the judge that he takes full accountability for his actions. He apologized to the victims, his family, and the community. Of course you do. That's okay. I ain't gonna get into all that. Prosecutors said that once Jones took office in 2017, he used his position to benefit himself over his constituents. It's not unusual for people like that to do that. Okay, it happens all the time. In one case, Jones is accused of soliciting $50,000 for a backpack giveaway for kids. Now, this is an article. I can read this. But investigators say that the giveaway never happened, and he split the money with others, including his girlfriend. She also faces charges in the case. In a courtroom packed with supporters for Jones, the judge said not even the city's history of political corruption scandals was enough to deter the former councilman. The judge is allowing Jones to report to prison at a date that has yet to be determined. His girlfriend is scheduled to appear in court later on, blah, blah, blah. Of course, he says God is in control of it. Then they want to scream God after they've defrauded people, taking their money and stuff for them. But God is in control. Yes, he is, motherfucker. That's why your ass is going to jail. Now, I don't know. This man was a councilman. Very well known. I think he was well known since he graduated from high school or something like that. Very well known in the city. Doesn't take much here in this city to schmooze and kiss ass. I mean, obviously you schmoozed and kiss ass with somebody to have your fucking plays up in Playhouse fucking Square. I mean, when I had my television show and I had it at Cleveland TV 20, Two of the councilmen used to stand there and watch while they filmed the show. I didn't know why they were watching. I don't know what their fuck asses were looking for, but they would stand there and watch. Didn't have the decency or the sense enough. Of course, they were black. To say, hi, how are you? Let's shake hands. Let's meet. No, of course not. Okay. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Who knows their role in any of this, okay? But it doesn't take much to schmooze up with motherfuckers like this who steal from people purposely. Who came from nothing. Now that they got a little something and know a little somebody, they can do this. But again, he was sentenced for what? Wire fraud. Isn't that what you said I'd committed? And this money went to some of him, his girlfriend, and some other unnamed associates. I don't know this man. I don't know what wire. I have not committed any fraud. Ever. But you sure got a loud mouth accusing me and lying and saying I did. But your husband knew somebody to get his ass up in his cheap ass place up in Playhouse Square, second to Broadway, you know, with the big chandelier up there, with you taking his tagline of what? Do better. Yes, bitch, do better. And talking about Drake's plays. I'm like, when did Drake say that he was a playwright? I don't keep up with this shit, but when it sounds like she's talking about a video. Sounds like she's fucking retarded. And I'm sure her husband is highly embarrassed. But anyway, he knew somebody to get them placed up there and there. Now let me see if there's anything Carl's going to tell about this shit. About you lying, about you making these kinds of accusations. God only knows what the other accusations are that you made about me that are untrue. Okay, well, we already know about the veneers, and God knows what else. Who knows? And how you want to put a bullet in my head and split my face, okay? And we already had Paneragate. I gave you the opportunity. Hashtag Paneragate. Or I gave you the opportunity to spit in my face. And whatever other weird stuff you said, okay? So it sounds like to me you had some. It just sounds like. I'm not saying, and I'm not saying you did. I said what it sounds like. Okay. Oh, you know how you like to say allegedly all the time. Allegedly. That's you. MariaGonorrheaEscobarGaviria Escobar. Shady Pines, a.k.a. Shady Pines, a.k.a. Scruffy the dog, a.k.a. Scruffy the bag lady, a.k.a. Scruffy the nobody with the mustard puss. No, I didn't forget that. At least she ain't calling me mustard puss no more. My candle work stopped that one. I got her to shut up and calling me mustard pussies. Anything I need to know about this shit. But again, it just sounded like, so you were making plans. You were plotting and planning to put me somewhere in the midst of something, of people that you knew allegedly committing wire fraud or some kind of fraud. It was just saying the reason with all your great connections with your husband and his awesome great connections, because who else would put them shitty ass plays in Playhouse Square? He knows they're shitty. A councilman here, or one or two, just one, possibly. I don't know. He committed wire frauds. Anything else I need to know about this? I'm just the regular old Rider White. Anything. And if not, cool. That was enough. That was more than enough. What came out of your raggedy ass fuck mouth. Here we are, the High Priestess upright, BreaunaJewellBellamy. BreaunaJewellBellamy, Blowjobs Bellamy, okay? and the King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so let's see. You actually thought that you and your loser fucking husband, okay, we're gonna set me up. We're gonna set me up. Here, you are trying to, I got it from all sides. I got the high priestess Kenyatta from all sides. Don't worry about it. I got her. I was gonna lie on her. And I'm gonna say she committed wild fraud. I got her from all sides. That's you. We got this. Don't worry about it. She never know. She never figured out. Anything else? And if the nigga wasn't a loser, he damn sure was when he got with your dumb ass bitch. Anything else? Like I said, if he wasn't a fucking loser, he damn sure was when he got with your dumb ass. He was just dumb. Got with your dumb ass. I mean, like marriage and official documentation and shit. Like, I mean, how dumb can you be? Okay, well, I've already gone over this. I really don't give a fuck. Okay, I'm talking about me. But blowjobs here surrounding me, the high priest thought you. I got on all sides. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna lie and say all this shit about this bitch, and we gonna set that bitch up. And get that bitch in prison, motherfucker. Whatever. You're just an idiot. Now, I don't know if the motherfucker was affiliated with him. Didn't y'all grow up in the same area? Didn't you and them grow up in the same, that area y'all went to, what's that high school? Kennedy? That Harvard kinsmanship area? Okay, I don't know. Let me see. Let me see how old this motherfucker is. He is 40. Oh, you a little bit older than his motherfucking ass. Okay. What, like 3 years? Maybe like 4 or 5 years. Okay. Doesn't mean that you're not affiliated with them. And his family. Let me see. Oh, Cleveland Magazine. Let's see. Was raised primarily by his mother between Brooklyn, New York, and Cleveland. Moved 20 to 25 times. MLK Junior High School, Case Elementary School. Spirit is in New York, Heart is in Cleveland. I don't really see here. Okay. But this is just one article. I'm not going to stay on here all night long looking for that shit. But you got your motherfucking ass got affiliation with somebody. And probably more than, one quote unquote political person, especially get your ass up in Playhouse Square, and then to have your shit tarnished. I mean, it was already a hot mess, but then to have it tarnished by a crazy ass BreaunaJewellBellamy, MariaGonorrheaEscobarGaviria Escobar. You ought to be fucking embarrassed and ashamed. Okay. Anyway, I don't give a fuck. I just want to put that out there. I ain't committed no wire fraud, no illegalities. None of that crazy shit that bitch said. Okay, FBI got her and all that kind. I already showed that shit was a lie. All that shit she said about me. Okay, but nigga, you got some affiliation some kind of way with somebody hit this motherfucker for them. I don't know. Did you think people were dumb? Oh yeah, you did. You thought everybody was dumb. You thought people were looking at them crappy ass plays of yours, thinking that they were so good and it was. that they just you just presented it to play off screen. They were like, yeah, come on in. This is great. That's what the fuck you thought, okay? But not motherfuckers with sense, okay? They knew that shit wasn't the fucking case, all right? But even if it wasn't whatever you motherfuckers do in them dark chambers and all that kind of shit, you still had affiliations there to get your motherfucking ass up in that shit. And I don't know. He just with his money that he stole went to other unnamed associates. Motherfucker, I don't know who, okay? But this shit happened in what was it, last year, the end of last year or something? I don't know. Maybe he was convicted then, but your big mouth ass, ugly ass, plastic in the throat, shit turd hair having, retarded ass, sexually repressed and traumatized wife, BreaunaJewellBellamy. MariaGonorrheaEscobarGaviria, however it goes for dumbass. Okay. Made some statements that were untrue about me. And then, I don't know. Then all of a sudden the next day, here comes some statements about someone that you probably know. Maybe. Allegedly. Okay. And them other two motherfuckers that you knew. The anchorman that's sick as a fucking dog right now. Sick. Always reporting, this is what it's like having this disease. Motherfucker, you're not the first one to have that shit. I kept wondering, why do I keep seeing this on my phone every fucking morning? Oh. Maybe that other motherfucker. That other black politician motherfucker who has actually done some real theater and acting workshops with some Hollywood films, whatever. You're obviously affiliated with those motherfuckers. Like I said, I met some motherfucker who was affiliated with them, invited me to one of their little parties, and then I never heard from them again because I wasn't going to go. Anyway, motherfucker. Okay? You dumb bitch. You just dumb. You all have a wonderful, peaceful night. All right? Have favor. Peace.